Take full advantage of this Bitcoin price drop. BTC fell by more than 5%, and at the time of this recording is sitting at just above $95,000. And then, of course, right on cue, most altcoins also dropped, but a little bit more precipitously, anywhere between 5%, 10%. Some more, even some entering double-digit territory, closer to 20%. That's okay. This is the time to show off your diamond hands. Don't panic sell, and try not to think of this as a dip. Look at it as an opportunity, if you will, as a sale, which it is. That's because it's a great moment to get fundamentally good coins at a low price. Projects whose price has gone down through no fault of their own, they just got dragged down with the rest of the market, as often happens in this space. And remember that altcoins during previous dips recovered pretty quickly and pretty strongly. And so in this spirit of opportunity, we're going to look today and cover 4 altcoins that are available at a deep discount and that, again, fundamentally are stronger than ever. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest. Maybe that's into one of these projects or all 4 of them or something else entirely. Whatever the case may be, if you're active in this space, then I wish you very, very well, genuinely. But I'm not a financial or investment advisor. Just keep that in mind. And remember that by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. And the first of these 4 projects that I want you to consider is certainly a favorite of ours, and I'd actually argue is becoming really a staple in terms of top altcoins in the crypto space. SUI, S-U-I, which only 3 days ago actually hit a new all-time high of $5.35. Now, that being said, unfortunately, it's down today, along with everything else, currently at $4.61, so that's down nearly 9% on the day. So granted, that doesn't look great on the 24-hour chart, but if you zoom out, you can really see that SUI, token SUI, is still performing very, very well. In fact, I would argue that it's as strong as ever. There's actually so much going on with this project and more broadly its ecosystem that it's kind of hard to know where to start, right? Some pointers, however, and in terms of just framing this discussion a little bit. So first of all, SUI hit $2 billion in TVL, that's total value locked. That's only 3 months after it hit the $1 billion mark. So it's been on a very steep and steady and progressive rise in terms of that figure TVL, which is a very important metric. And I say important because that reflects directly on how strong its DeFi ecosystem is. With SUI, we also have various TGEs, token generation events, and airdrops, which are coming up. So for example, there's Bucket, ticker BUT, Walrus, ticker WAL, and Kria, ticker KDX. There's also Walrus mainnet, which is coming very soon. Solana is also coming to SUI. And then kind of more broadly speaking, in general, we have institutional interest in SUI, which is growing pretty significantly. To that point, I actually have a couple of big examples. First of all, there's a Grayscale SUI Trust, and also Vanek EU. They launched a new SUI-backed project in Europe. Plus, there's also a strategic partnership with no other than Franklin Templeton Digital Assets. So there is plenty going on with SUI, much more to come, certainly. Getting SUI under $5 right now is a good deal. Next up, and at number 2 on our list here, is Ethena, ticker ENA. With this project, we are firmly in the DeFi sector. And then besides its native ENA token, it actually also offers a synthetic dollar that is USDE. And Ethena has a new way of keeping its stablecoin pegged to the actual US dollar. This is what's called a delta neutral strategy. Delta neutral means that you can make money, dollars, regardless of the market's direction. So it's often 2 trading positions together, like a long and a short. So for example, it takes a long spot ST ETH or BTC position, and then at the same time, it will short an ETH perp or a BTC perp position with the same value. And then the result is that both positions will offset directional risk. So in theory, this maintains the one-to-one peg. This applies to USDE when someone, for example, deposits ST ETH to mint USDE. And then Ethena takes a combination long-short position, as I just described, to hedge ETH risk and make money for USDE holders. Both positions also earn yield, and so if you stake your USDE, you receive SUSDE. This is a reward-bearing token, and these rewards come from the yield, which is generated by the delta-neutral positions. I know it's a bit complicated, but this is how Ethena works, and in broad strokes, that's just the structure of it. The current APY for SUSDE is 10%, which is pretty good for a stablecoin. And then, of course, another major factor as to why I expect ENA to do pretty well is World Liberty Financial. This is Trump's DeFi protocol, ticker WLFI, wealthy. It has a strategic partnership with Ethena. WLFI also invested $754,000 in ENA. Now, unfortunately, ENA is down nearly 17% on the day, which is not nice to see, but again, it's a great buying opportunity right now. Moving right along here, and at number 3 on our list, we're looking at Hyperliquid, ticker HYPE, HYPE. This is the next project to carefully consider. It is a layer 1 financial app chain, and its flagship is a perps DEX. You can also spot trade on this platform, which raised a lot of attention with its recent airdrop. And hopefully you were able to benefit from that because users got up to $30,000. And really, Hyperliquid has set a new standard on how you can execute airdrops. Another great feature of the platform is that it's 100% self-funded. And that means that during its TGE, there was no VC, venture capitalist selling pressure, nor will there be in the future. And as a result, HYPE saw a fast and steady price increase from $3.81 to an all-time high of $35 just less than 3 weeks ago. So that was about a 9x right there for airdrop receivers who held their tokens. But then, of course, as you can see, we saw some predictable sell-offs, which started just kind of right before Christmas. The current price of HYPE, HYPE, sits at $21.70. It's also down pretty significantly, nearly 14% on the day. But again, that represents a pretty good entry point. By the way, there is another airdrop coming your way if you're a Hyperliquid user. You can use their platform, trade spot, trade perp futures, or stake HYPE, again, HYPE, or get referrals. If you're active in the ecosystem, that's basically all you need to do. And then last but not least here, our 4th and final pick of the day is Solana, ticker, of course, SOL. This is by far the most massive project on the list, and it took a pretty big hit today as well, down over 6% on the day, currently trading at $197, the price of SOL, SOL. The fact is that this project and its token have seen a lot of sideways action recently. However, the fundamentals really are as strong as ever. I don't expect Solana to have a similar run as in 2021. That's just not realistic, so I'm not going to claim that it is. During that time, it went from $1.50 in 2020 to $260 at the end of 2021. That is, if you're doing the math along with me here, a 17,000% price increase. Okay, but if you look at Solana's current market cap, it's creeping up slowly to nearly $100 billion. We're not going to see that kind of a multiplication again, just straight up and candidly, that is not happening this time around. However, with that disclaimer, with that being said, it's certainly true that there's more price improvement that is possible for SOL. Many analysts out there in the crypto space are actually throwing around predictions and estimates between $500 and $1,000. And from its current price of, let's call it roughly $200, that would represent up to a 5x, anywhere from a 2.5 to a 5x. So really any SOL price action below $200 looks like a pretty good entry point. It is a solid top 10 coin as measured by market cap. Its current position, as I record here, is number 6. As you can see, it's right on the heels of BNB as I record, which currently occupies the number 5 spot.